everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Jessica and this is a Field School House. So today I'm really excited to share with you guys a project that I'm working on. It's a collab with Megan over at Pennies and Salt. She has asked several of us large family mamas to do a video of sharing large family meals. Meals that stretch, meals that feed a crowd. So I'm really excited to be participating in this. In case you don't know, we are a large family. We actually have 9 children and are expecting baby number 10. I have kids behind me that are wanting to help me, so it's getting kind of loud and crazy already. Anyways, but some of these other moms that are participating have an even bigger crowd than I do, so I'm excited to get some tips from them. So be sure to check out the playlist and Megan's channel. I will have all that information in the description box below. So what I'm going to be sharing with you guys is it's over a course of a few days of what I'm cooking for our family. I did not plan this very well, but I happen to be sharing 2 pasta dishes. We don't normally eat a lot of pasta, but it's just kind of what worked, and let's face it, pasta feeds a crowd. So anyways, these recipes will be very easy to adapt one way or the other, to make smaller, to make bigger, to freeze, all of the above that would work well. And at the end, I'm also going to share with y'all some of our favorite baked goods that we do. So first, the recipe that I'm sharing with you is chicken noodle casserole, and the second one is kind of like a spaghetti casserole, but I had to use some different ingredients that I could find at the store because the store shelves are bare during this coronavirus thing that we are all going through. So like I said, these recipes will be very easy to adapt with things that you can find at the grocery store or that you may even have in your pantry or freezer. Okay, so today's meal that I'm gonna make stretches really well. I actually only have to make one 13x9 pan for my family, which is saying something. We're a family of 11, in case y'all don't know. Can't remember the name of it now all of a sudden. Oh my gosh, I've been saying it so much, all the kids have asked me. Chicken noodle casserole. Okay, so it's another pasta dish. I'm sorry I'm sharing a lot of pasta dishes. However, pasta does feed a crowd. So we don't eat a whole lot of pasta. We might have 1, maybe 2 meals a week. I mean, it really isn't that often. Okay, so this recipe uses very little ingredients. I'm gonna count right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients. And once you have your chicken all cut up, the pasta steam is right in my face, I'm sorry. Okay, so once you have the chicken cut up, it's really super easy to throw together. It does use cream of chicken soup. However, I make my own. I have been making it this way for years. I've actually tried many recipes over the years, and this is the simplest, quickest way to make it. I was finding that I was making a lot of casserole type dinners, so I was having to buy the cream of chicken stuff a lot, and knew it wasn't good for us. So anyways, I really like making my own because 1, it's healthier, 2, it's cheaper, 3, it's easy, and I don't have to, keep another ingredient on the shelf. I always have all the ingredients at any time. So I'm also going to show y'all how to make that as well. Sorry, I'm out of breath. It's pregnancy. Anyways, so that especially with the shelves all being clear, especially of all the canned goods, we can make a lot of these things, with the ingredients that we already have at home, so much healthier and easier. So I'm going to show y'all how I make cream of chicken soup along with this recipe. Okay, so here are the ingredients. I have about 2 pounds of chicken breast cut up. So you could get away with definitely just 1 pound of chicken, but I'm feeding a crowd, so I'm using 2 pounds. And 1 bag of egg noodles. So as you'll see in my other meal video, this is where the other bag of egg noodles went. I was only able to find 2 at the store. And I just really like egg noodles with this recipe. You can obviously use any kind of pasta, but we like to use whole wheat egg noodles with this. And then I have a bag of mixed vegetables, and I actually already steamed them just to make sure that there's no crunch left, because people in this household don't like crunch in their veggies. And then I'm going to add some shredded cheese. It's still frozen right now because I had to get it out of the freezer. That was our extra bag. So anyways, it'll work though. So now, and then cream of chicken soup, which obviously I told y'all I'm going to show you how I make from scratch. Okay, so to make cream of chicken soup, I have a half a stick of butter melted. Drew's getting into my mixing bowl, sorry. Melted on the stovetop. I have chicken broth left over from whenever I cooked up the chicken, so you could obviously use, chicken broth out of the carton or bouillon and make your own, or use what you have on hand. Okay, so basically I'm going to make a roux out of this butter that's here. I need to get a fork. So I don't currently have the heat on so that this doesn't burn. So I'll need some more flour than that. So there's not like a exact science to the flour measurements. I'm using definitely over a quarter cup of flour. I know, my Nathan's in the background making fun of my cooking. I said, well, I did say my Nathan, didn't I? Hey, where you at? My Nathan, this is my Nathan. He makes
there is a measuring.
Yeah.
You just don't measure.
He makes fun of my cooking. The best cooks don't measure, right, y'all? Tell him. Tell them that. Okay, so I have a roux. This is plenty thick enough. And then I'm going to add chicken broth. Do I have Tigger? Oh, my word. A roux, not poo. Okay, so again, no exact science here because I don't measure. I'm just taking just under a cup of chicken broth and then keep stirring, stirring, stirring till it's all combined. I will, and once it's the consistency that you want, so one thing to remember is doing homemade chicken, cream of chicken, sorry, my words have left me. It's pregnancy brain. It's really bad this time anyway. So it's not going to be as thick as what's in the can, at least the way that I make it. So that is, oh Lord, I just melted the, y'all didn't see that. Really just melted a measuring cup on my stovetop. Y'all don't follow that part, okay? It's hard to do this and hold a camera. So leaving it on, so now is the time. I actually don't really need the heat because it's thickening up as it is. I'll show that to y'all in just a second. But leaving it on low heat for a little bit helps it thicken up. Okay. So you see it's a whole lot thicker. So again, if I want this a little bit thinner, I would obviously add more chicken broth. And I do because I'm trying to coat all of the noodles. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay, a lot of times, I hope, my videos are always a hot mess because I'm a hot mess. I hope that y'all can follow along with me. A lot of times I do add minced garlic to the cream of chicken soup as well because garlic makes all things better. So I've got all that mixed together, and I also remember the last time I made this, I did add an ingredient. So this is now a 6-ingredient meal, but I promise it's worth it. So I actually added sour cream the last time I made it, and it made it so much better because sour cream makes all things better too. So anyways, you just dump all your ingredients in your big silver mixing bowl, combine it all, and cheese is probably about a cup to a cup and a half, 2 cups. Again, I don't measure. I grab big handfuls until I think it looks good. I like to add Italian seasoning as well, and then put it in a 13x9 pan. I don't like to cover it, but my kids don't like crunchy noodles on top, and so I cover it with foil, and you bake it for 30 minutes.
Off-school soup.
Are you mixing? Are you eating? Is it good? A little? Say a lot.
You want to eat boogers? So do your other eyebrow. The other one. Do that one.
Okay, all mixed up. Okay, so we got it all mixed up, and I have a cute little helper who you have food on your face now. Yeah, but no, just on your cheeks. Right, silly girl. Okay, so all mixed together. So a tip is if it seems too dry for your liking, you can add, more sour cream. I actually added a little bit more chicken broth to this.
Yep.
Because it seemed.
And I did it.
Yeah. You helped me mix.
I did that.
Okay, stop. Don't put your fingers in there. So, no, don't lick the spoon. Okay, so I added a little bit of chicken broth. I think I added about a half cup. And I don't think I told you measurements for sour cream because I didn't measure. So I'm guessing about a half cup to a cup, again, to your liking. My measurements aren't that great, but
Mom, can
food
I
tastes good.
tape it?
So, no, we don't have to tape that.
Can-
Okay, so something else is, since this does not have very many ingredients, it is super easy to double if you
And
are
I'm like,
if you are feeding an even larger crowd than I am, or if you would like to make some to freeze for on those crazy hairy days that all of us mamas know that happen pretty often. Okay. Okay, so it's in the oven on 350 for about 30 minutes. You're obviously just warming it because all the ingredients are already cooked. So you're just trying to get everything, you know, warm together and melt the cheese. But this is something easy that you can add a salad to, or more vegetables just to help beef it up to, you know, add more. I will probably serve some carrots with it because we accidentally bought too many baby carrots, so I will probably have that as a side as well. I personally will probably have a salad because I don't like to eat a lot of pasta, but pasta fills up the kids' bellies. Now, to the dishes. Now, if only there was like an easy button for that, right? Easy dinner, dishes. That's a kid's chore, but they're still doing math, so I'm gonna do a lot of the dishes just to bless them. All right, dinner time. Plates were already made while I was folding some laundry. But this is what it looks like all done. Okay, first of all, excuse my hot mess mom attire, but we're working out in the garden a lot today, and we live in Florida and it's already in the 80s, and I have to wear a tank top or else I get overheated. So anyways, so today I'm going to be sharing with y'all a simple recipe that's easy to throw together to feed a large family or to feed a crowd. It's a simple spaghetti type casserole recipe. It's actually a Pioneer Woman recipe. It's her sour cream beef noodle bake. However, whenever I was grocery shopping during this coronavirus thing, a lot of the things on the shelves are gone, like y'all know. And I had actually made my meal plan, with my hopes and dreams of my meal plan. I had to adjust a few things. And I even went grocery shopping sooner than what I normally do. I wasn't going to go until this weekend. Today's actually Saturday. I went on Thursday to ensure that we got the things that we need for the next 2 weeks. So with that said, I actually had several recipes that I needed egg noodles for. There's only 2 bags of whole wheat egg noodles left on the shelf. We don't like the white ones, so anyways, I was looking at them. I was like, okay, I have 2 recipes that I need this for. What am I gonna do? It's an easy adjustment. They happen to have whole wheat rotini, so that's what I got. It's gonna taste pretty much the same. I think sometimes we kind of get stuck into the way that we've always done things, and it's hard to make those adjustments, but it really, sometimes we may like this better. It may turn out great, hopefully. Anyway, so I'm just gonna cook up some whole wheat rotini. This is a very simple ingredient type recipe. All you need is your noodles, some pasta sauce, and your ground beef, and sour cream and cheddar cheese, and that is it. So another trick that I like to do is where we buy our meat, I actually get it in 2-pound increments, so I don't separate it or anything like that. I just cook it all up. Depending on what we're having for dinner, sometimes I need all the 2 pounds and sometimes I don't. I like to make meat stretch where I can, and last night we happened to have beef stroganoff. That's where those other egg noodles went. We needed egg noodles for beef stroganoff. I mean, come on. Anyways, so this is already pre-cooked and done from last night, which will be perfect, and it's helping make this meal super easy to throw together tonight, especially on a day where I was outside working in the yard. I'm tired and don't feel like cooking, you know, a whole spread. So this will be really easy to throw together and feed my crowd. Okay, as a family, we like to eat a lot of fresh, mainly fresh fruit and fresh vegetables and stuff like that. But that is hard to keep, that is hard to keep on hand for an extended period of time, at least for us. I think living in Florida, it's a little bit more humid here, and our produce goes bad kind of fast. Thankfully, we have a lot of people eating on it, so it doesn't typically go bad in our house. However, I like to eat up the fresh stuff first. So tonight we're gonna have some fresh broccoli that I'm gonna roast in the oven. It's like one of my favorite things that I'm majorly craving right now. I actually only have 2 heads of broccoli, so sometimes I actually will mix in a frozen bag of broccoli if I don't think that this is gonna be enough. I just kind of eyeball it whenever I see it on my sheet pan. Anyways, I might actually just steam a bag of broccoli because some kids like it just steamed. So anyways, just another tip is to try to eat up your good produce, but it's always good to have a frozen, you know, stock of vegetables in your freezer as well. And actually, whenever I was at Sam's stocking up on stuff, because Thursday I went to 3 stores, okay? Anyways, I was at Sam's. They did happen to have a lot of frozen vegetables, but I really didn't need any because I typically buy 1 or 2 bags as I go, and we still eat a lot of fresh stuff. So we will also be eating down our freezer during this coronavirus thing and things. My noodles are about to boil over. Stop talking, Jessica, and watch your noodles. Okay, so I saved the mess. I got it in time. Anyways, it's just always wise to have, you know, a little bit of a stockpile. I'm not talking anything crazy or Armageddon worthy or anything like that, but just a little bit of things on hand so that if we can't get to the store in time, you know, we have things that we can fall back on. And that's kind of what I like to do. Because with my life, like, I can't just always rush to the store. With having a big family, it's just hard for me to get away sometimes. All right, I got my little helper. Okay, so I got the veggies prepped. I haven't tossed them or anything yet. Okay, baby, that's good. That's enough. Put it up. So actually, the first several times that I made roasted vegetables, my family did not like it.
I like it.
Yes, and now they all...
Potatoes?
No, I'm not going to do potatoes. No, we'll do potatoes another night. So anyways, the first few times that I made roasted vegetables, my family did not like it, even including my husband. But it's important to, like, keep trying. Like, the first time that they have something...
That's from the new Frozen.
Yes, it is.
New Frozen on ITV.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, so even though they don't like it the first time, it's important to try a few more times, and now they all love it, and they actually ask for it. So with that said, my family only likes raw carrots, not cooked carrots. I love cooked carrots. So that's why I only have a little bit of carrots there, because we make everybody try at least 1 bite of it, including my husband, because he doesn't like cooked carrots. Right, babe? You're going to try a bite? Anyways, it's just important to set a good example to our kids. You're going to toss it all up. That's also why I have them separate on the dish as well. Okay, so now I'm going to throw together the spaghetti casserole stuff. Another thing is, this recipe is actually supposed to be layered, but my family doesn't like it like that. So I just kind of throw it all together and mix it as one dish instead of layered. I would prefer it layered, but you know, we got to make the people happy here. So there's dinner, and that's all the broccoli and carrots that did not make enough. I should have bought 3 heads of broccoli. So I'm going to go ahead and steam a bag of frozen broccoli to go along with this. And I always have salad stuff on hand, and most of my kids like salad, so I can always serve a salad with it too. Okay, so that is one way that I will often stretch things. So say we're kind of at the point to where some meals I have to make 2 casserole dishes of, and 1 I can get away, and sometimes I can get away with 1, okay? But I don't really like making 2. I know. I will get there. We will do it. It's a process, okay? Drew, what is up, dude? So, if I'm noticing that it looks like this dish is gonna go pretty quickly, I will just make myself a salad or a sandwich. I honestly don't mind. It's not that big of a deal. I really like salad, so anyways, but that's something that I'll do as well is, so say if I think, okay, this isn't enough, I'll make, you know, 2 or 3 vegetables and a salad or something like that, and kind of push the veggies more. So just another little thing that kind of helps stretch food. We have a whole lot of baking going on. We're making a quadruple batch of muffins, and Taylor's making 2 loaves of homemade whole wheat bread. My brain's on overdrive. We'll show you the end result.
Mom, can I do it?
More. More. Yep. Really? It's okay. It's all fine. We're fine. All right, 2.5 hours later. This is why I don't like to bake, y'all. I'm not a baker. I don't really enjoy it. Oh, but what I have to show for you is a double batch mini muffins. Excuse me, and a burp because I ate. If you remember, I was making quadruple batch. Yes, the first batch burned in the oven. It did, but at least we have another batch for breakfast tomorrow. And then for whatever crazy reason, never had an issue with the bread cooking. Did not cook all the way. I think I put it in for another 20 minutes. I am not sure what happened there. Anyway, so I'm going to show you the fruits of our labor. Okay, so here are the citrus mini muffins. I will put a link to this recipe in the description box below. It is a Pampered Chef recipe and they are delicious. My whole family loves them and they scarf them down. That's why I normally make a quadruple batch. So that literally will be gone for breakfast tomorrow. Okay, now our homemade whole wheat bread. I know that you're supposed to wait to cut into it, but I didn't because I wanted to make sure it was done because I wasn't quite sure. Okay, anyways, so we made 2 loaves. So literally we will eat 1 and probably 1.5 tonight with dinner. Dinner's done. I ate, y'all, because I forgot to eat lunch and I was hungry. So I need to call the kids in. We are having, this isn't my recipe that I'm sharing with you for this collab, but I'm just going to tell you. So I made teriyaki chicken, white rice, roasted broccoli, and then we'll have bread. And then I also made steamed broccoli. Excuse the messes. So anyways, I just wanted to encourage y'all. I don't like baking. I am not a baker, okay? Anyways. I have gotten to baking more because it's cheaper. And it feeds our family. Excuse me, on a budget. I don't think, did I take my reflux medicine? Oh goodness. I don't think I did. We'll find out in a little bit. That's probably why I'm starting to so much. Anyways, so I am learning a lot. I mean, we're all always learning, but as far as baking from scratch, cooking bread from scratch and all that. So I'm telling you, I have messed up many, many things, okay? Hence tonight. Anyways, I just want to encourage y'all. If y'all aren't a baker, don't like it, same as me, still get in there and do it because one, it's going to help stretch that budget. It's going to help stretch the food as well too. My kids, this is several years ago though, they like those mini muffins in a bag. And don't get me wrong, they're delicious, okay? They're really good. But $8 for a box of 20, like that box of 20 didn't even last us barely, I mean, a couple days, 2 days. So my kids are now conditioned, because we haven't done it in years, is Mama makes the muffin. So I make these in a chocolate chip recipe. So I just want to encourage y'all to break out the baking goods, get the kids involved. It is hectic, it is hairy, and it is overwhelming. That's probably why my baking always takes forever and it usually messes up, because I always have, like y'all saw, 3, 4, 5 kids in and out helping. But before you know it, like my 13-year-old now, she can make that bread from scratch, or herself, okay? She can cook a lot of things by herself. So it's super helpful. Anyways, I just want to encourage y'all to get in the kitchen and do it, even if you don't want to. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera because I'm laughing. Oh, because I don't always want to. But people gotta eat, right? Okay, so I hope that you all enjoyed. My cooking videos got a little crazy several times, let's face it, but it is very much real life here, and that is what I will always show because that's all I got. So again, remember to check out Megan's channel. She is hosting this collab, and check out the playlist and see these other ladies and what they are feeding their crowds as well. I'm actually really excited to see and get some new inspiration and dinner ideas because I'm tired of cooking the same things over and over again. So anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.